here's actually the main difference between Immortals and Radiants. And this is gonna be something that a lot of people don't tell you, right? Easy.
Harvey's just sitting there.
My aim's alright. I mean, or not Reyna, whoever the fuck I end up. You got fucked up, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh shit. But back up, 3v2. Never mind, that guy gave me a free kill. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? I'm cheating. Oops.
Player standing. 30 seconds left.
Ah! Wait, I got this. Don't worry, guys. I win this. See, I told you. I just need to recalibrate, you know what I mean? I could do that. Look at my aim. Oh my god. I'm trying to adjust way too much with my mouse rather than use my movement. See, like, the issue, right, with most people is they try to, like, stop and flick rather than just adjust with their movement and just let their movement do the work for them. And that's what I keep doing because I'm so used to, like, it's just years of muscle memory of doing that in every single game I play, right? I do have naturally good, oh, not naturally good. Took fucking thousands of hours of aim training, but yes, I do have good raw aim, which has never been my problem, right? My problem has never been my raw aim, right? It's always been either my game sense, I guess, or my movement, right? That's why I've been talking a lot about how, since I started this series, right, the main thing I've been talking about is improving your mechanics and using your movement to aim rather than your aim, right? Doing this is not the problem. Doing this, right? Swinging properly, peeking properly, right? When I see someone not going, like, let's say there's a person swinging there, not going, oh shit, and then doing it, I just go, you know what I mean? Instead of going, oh, I stop and then, or stop and then flick, right? I go, right? I'm looking here, and then I adjust with my thing. Valorant does have shit movement.
Spike planted.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely do some coaching. I don't want to be a coach, but like I'll do coaching, fine. But I'm gonna be a different type of coach. You know what I mean? I'm gonna teach you how to. I'm not gonna like coach you on what you're doing wrong. I'm gonna teach you how to improve on your own, so you never have to buy a coaching session from me again, right? There's so many of these coaches that do like boot camps where it's like, oh, I'm gonna coach you for like 6 months. Like, fuck that shit, bro. I'm just gonna teach you how to model yourself and improve yourself rather than, yo, bro, you gotta like do some weekly checkups on me so we can see your progress. Like, shut the fuck up. Learn how to do that shit yourself. I think right now Curry is dominating Valorant just on so many ways. He's just like, he's dominating the Valorant content creation scene right now, which is good. I like to see that type of content, man. I don't watch him, but he definitely seems like someone I could watch if I had the time and like stuff like that. He's definitely someone I would watch if I had the time to. So yeah, I tried to just flick. I tried to do like a raw aim flick rather than just, you know. Yeah, I could do content like Curry. It'd be pretty easy.
My ult's ready. One enemy remaining.
40 on Fade. Difference between Immortals and Radiants, right? Is that Immortals are kind of ass, to be honest. Like, if you really take a look at their mastery on the game, Immortals are pretty dog shit. Like, Immortals basically, like, every rank until Immortal is basically the tutorial rank, right? It's just the tutorial boss of, like, bullshit ass, dumb ass ranks. Then Radiant takes all those things that you learned from getting to Immortal, right? So basically the tutorial, right? And then refines it. They have they're mastering the game's mechanics, right? They're not focusing on, oh, can I flick to this fucking corner faster than this guy? Because a lot of Immortals and a lot of people below Immortal think that 10s or these pro players are good because of their raw aim, when in fact they are not good because their raw aim is actually not that good. Like, it's good compared to the average player and like even good compared to like Immortals, but there's so many people that are much better when it comes to raw aim. Like, I think my scores when compared to like 10s are, I think I'm about the same when it comes to raw aim. And I'm not even radiant, you know what I mean? In order to get aim consistent, like in-game aim consistent like 10s, you gotta practice your movement. You gotta understand gun skill, right? You can't be fucking doing this every time you get in a gunfight, right? That was a clutch flash, but I couldn't. That was a good flash, guy. Here's actually the main difference between Immortals and Radiants, actually. Right? And this is gonna be something that a lot of people don't tell you, right? Obviously, Radiants are a lot better mechanically than, or like not mechanically, but like obviously Radiants have mastered the basics of the game, right? The understanding of the movement, right? The understanding the miniature details of how to swing properly, right? The timing, stuff like that, right? Obviously, Radiants are a lot better with that. But I think the biggest difference in why Immortals or Ascendants stay hard stuck in their rank, right, is not because they, I guess, have a lesser understanding, which they do have a lesser understanding. It's because they play without intent, right? A lot of the times, and I think this happens no matter what rank you are, but I think pretty much when you're below a Radiant, a lot of players autopilot, right? They kind of just play the game like they're not really checking any angles. They're just kind of like swinging. Oh, there's a guy there. Oh, let me just shoot him, right? Oh, let me crouch break because I see him. Like, they're not really thinking how they're, like, while they're playing, right? They're not actively clearing angles, right? They're not actively communicating. They're not actively looking at where their team is at and trying to, right? I should be asking my Sky to flash out from me rather than just running out, right? A lot, and I do it too, right? Because I don't really give a fuck. But like, if I really wanted to get to Radiant, that's what I would be doing. I would rather than trying to, quote unquote, win or like whatever, I'd be focusing on improving a certain skill within the game, or like within each match, right? Within each match, I'd focus on something that I need to work on and then just work on it the entire time, right? How do you not overthink? Focus on improving a skill, don't focus on your performance within the game. So if your mechanics are bad, focusing on learning how to swing properly, focus on using your movement to aim rather than your whatever, right? Focus on trying to calm rather than, you know, just stay quiet, right? Focus on improving, right, in each match rather than just being like, oh, what is my performance? Because the moment you just worry about performance, it really does not, it's just bad. You're not learning anything, right? Let's look at like basketball. I think basketball is the best analogy for stuff like this, right? When a basketball player goes to train, right? A professional basketball player or D1 athlete or whatever, even a high school student that wants to make it to whatever, right? They don't just play pickup games all day and then just kind of like do whatever, right? Playing comp on autopilot is basically the equivalent of just playing pickup games all day, right? Whereas if you're a basketball player who's actually trying to train and get to the next level, right? That's why I say Immortal's like the tutorial, because no one below Immortal is really training to get better. But once you get to Immortal, that's when you really start training to improve, if you're a person that wants to get to the next level and get to Radiant or Pro players, right? Immortal is when people start to really train, right? So if you want to improve, you have to actively train rather than just play on autopilot. You have to actively train a skill. You have to actively focus on. You need to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses and then actively try to improve on those strengths and weaknesses within each game, right? Rather than just being like, oh, there's a smoke here, let me just walk through and try to kill the guy. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he could be in this corner, right? My teammate's dogging up. I'm gonna flash out so no one peeks heaven or CT. I can clear this corner. One is short. He's flashing backside. I'm gonna get the kill. I'm gonna look short. Oh, he got the kill. Okay, I have my orb. I can play a little bit aggressive. I'm gonna back up. I don't want it because 5v2. I'm gonna peek with my teammates, right? Actively thinking about what you're doing and actively trying to improve on something. So right here, like, let's say my Phoenix wasn't there, I wouldn't be like holding an angle like this. I'd be like, oh, let me just jiggle so I can get info rather than just trying to like hold for the kill. There's so many things that can be going on in your head where you're actively thinking, actively trying to improve on something rather than just being like, oh, let me just play the game and hope I do well, which is what a lot of people do, right? And so you think you're overthinking because you're just like, oh, why am I not playing well? Let me just play well. It's just, nah. You gotta play with intent, play with the purpose of improving. And that's with anything you're doing in life and even in the game, right? Whether it's deathmatch or the range, right? You need to be doing something with this specific purpose. You don't go to the gym and just do random ass fucking workouts with no sort of direction, right? When you do a curl, you know exactly the muscles that you're gonna be activating, right? When you're doing wait, I'm plugging my fucking headset. When you're doing a bicep curl, you know exactly what you're gonna activate. When you're doing a bench, right? If you're doing a bench press, you know exactly the muscles you're gonna activate, and you know exactly why you're doing it, right? Even when you're going to the gym, right? You have a leg day, you have a chest day, you have a back day. You're not just like doing full body every single day, right? You're focusing on certain muscle groups and trying to grow those certain muscle groups, and that's how you need to think of playing Val. Playing Val isn't just, oh, let me just play the game just because whatever. This isn't fucking Call of Duty, right? Yeah, I think of each individual aspect of the game as a certain muscle group they need to work out. So my aim is one muscle group. My game sense is one muscle group. How I communicate with my teammates is another muscle group, right? And so you need to individually attack those and stop caring about your performance or your rank and just focus on improving those specific things, right? And that is how you will, over the long run,
30 seconds
avoid
left.
being hard stuck.
No jet, no jet, no jet.
Oh, he just fucking sprayed me through the smoke. That's tough.
Ooh, 105.
I got him.
I have all if you guys get off right now. Move, move, Jet.
One arcade.
Spike down B.
Arcade.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Wait, one arcade.
Dead.
One enemy remaining.
There's one here. Oh, I fucked my. Oh my god, huge stun, huge
Yeah,
stun.
kill him,
Spike
kill him.
down B.
Miss input.
Good shit. I did not die, Jay.
Because the stun was so clutch. I literally stunned them right as I accidentally dashed right into them. I was trying to dash to the side and I misclicked.